I love Easton. That's it. I love Easton, and I've been living here for 15 years. I don't know, you could moan about it all day long, but I just kind of love it. You know, it's like home. My name is Imogen Robbins. I'm a seamstress and artist. So at the Yard, I'm basically the manager of the space. I keep a herd of kittens running their creative endeavours. I think my favourite thing about the Yard is the freedom and autonomy and the endless possibility. Shake up your can. Do a little dance around the chair, like you do. Because obviously I'm a hippie. I know I'm not. I'm not really anyway. It's a very much a space where people can get warm, create things, have their little workshops. It's not forever, but it's like really good while it lasts. I saw Lily last night, that was nice.
There's very few spaces in this country that are set aside just for kind of enjoying, that don't involve spending money in some way. It really changed my life, having a space where I can come that's just for doing creative stuff. It's just full of all kind of things I've collected over the years to make stuff with. Not all of it has got a plan really. I just collect things that I think are cool. And I'm a bit of a hoarder. I'm Lily. I guess Lily Flower is sort of my moniker. I make silver jewellery. As you saw before, I love making badges. If it's something that gives you a bit of resistance, it's just really easy to cut around. And I hold my knife like a dyspraxic person. Voila! It's really fast, and then you've just got your thing. That's sort of an exciting one. But yeah, that's what's fun about it, is you just find something you like and then it takes you only like a minute to make it. I just don't get bored of doing it. I can sit there all day making them. I used to really enjoy using I got a box of like really old porn, like 90s porn, and they had all the like sex line text on them. It's all just like incredibly bizarre, funny words in it. I made loads out of porno that I had to segregate because the market, the kids always go to look at them, and it's a bit embarrassing if they pick up one with a big cock. The best ones are these dildo ads I found. It's like a parade of plastic willies. They're really pretty good. They're just quite a fun thing to like. I like the way they feel in your hands and stuff. I think some of these are ones me and Imogen made together as well. I don't remember doing this at all. We don't just use it as a workspace. It's a nice mixture of a workspace and a social space. It's especially nice to have a space that's shared with other people, and we've got a good mix here of different practitioners. Everyone's doing something kind of different. It's mostly women.
Not a pretend family, a real family. This is Ellie.
Hello, everybody.
Hi, Ellie.
She is a very, very practical, amazing lady. And she has a family, a whole family.
The only guy we have is Henry.
I like to tinker with various different things, like electronics mostly, musical instruments, things like that. I mean, I like to mess around with things that are, thrown out, like that I find in the street or in skips and things like that I like to give them a second lease of life. I've got lots of old electronics that I've fixed up, old radios, amplifiers. I like to make musical instruments out of these sort of things, so rather than it being a radio, it makes horrible sounds. Personally, I don't have much of a garden at where I live, so it's a great outdoor space for me to come and do little projects here and there. I'm currently working on a design for some bagpipes, but that'll be a little way in the pipeline. It's actually changed my music a lot. I feel like I've managed to learn more about how waves actually work, what they really are, rather than just something you hear, a sound you hear when you hit a certain bit on a guitar. I tend to bite off more than I can chew, as in I'll try learning 10 instruments at the same time, which means I don't master any of them. One of the symptoms of dyspraxia is often, or one of the symptoms I find, is that I struggle to finish thought processes. I often, halfway through a thought process, I'll jump onto the next thought process, but that allows me to think of 10 thoughts in the space that a lot of people might think of a few. It's a smorgasbord. As you can see, I'm quite a messy. I find I thrive in chaos. My mind is a lot more creative in a chaotic environment rather than when everything's neat and tidy. It doesn't inspire me to create new ideas, and I need to make order of the chaos in my mind, I guess.
I think everybody here really, really needs to be here, you know?
God, I love this place.
And you're back in the room, in the lovely place.
It's so good.
With the happy people.
I love coming into here. I love coming into here. It's pretty close, baby doll. Oh. Are they paddles? They look a bit hefty. Not that I know. I just mean I've seen videos and stuff. That sounds worse. You're getting way harder. Just look at that. Yeah, well, I'm a ping pong player, believe it or not. So it's all crossover, isn't it? Get off and paddle in. My mate's into all that shibari stuff, actually. But he's got, he wanted to learn how to do it properly. He had to become, not an apprentice, but a disciple. So he's got a shibari master, right, who is just horrible, like really horrible to him. And all he wants to do is tie up birds because he likes it, yeah? But what he has to do is he gets tied up by some old bloke and kind of spanked. It's just hilarious.
I've got a board to play with.
I think we need, in the future, we need to really cherish the places that we've got that are as free as this and do everything we can to hold on to them. Seems to be all about sweeping, screwing, gluing, prepping, getting on with shit, you know.
We do markers here, and I do make things to sell, but that's not my primary motivation. That just enables me to do it. This yard has been on this high street forever. Has always been closed until now, and I think people have always wondered what was here. I know I did. It's really nice to have people come in and see it for what it is. It's in danger of changing quite rapidly. It got voted best high street in the country at least once, maybe even more, by things like Time Out, and that's often the beginning of the end for a place, really. It was always a little secret before. It's still got its identity, you know, there's not a Tesco here. Areas like this are only kind of cool and interesting because they're very diverse, because there's a creative community. Once house prices start going up and desirability goes up, the more of those people have to move out, the more homogenised and kind of dull an area becomes. And I really believe that without legislation to protect it, that places like this die out, and that, you know, creative elements in cities die out.
For people like us, it is a threat always, the possibility of development or people knocking something down. My contract is going to end in November of this year, and I don't know what's happening next, but I hope for the best that it'll be good for everyone here.
You cannot own land, the land owns you.